Hey guys, I know I said I was gonna make this video a little earlier, but I haven't had time to, but obviously now I have time. So this is going to be a Halloween Horror Nights review of this year. I went the 22nd, which was the second day it opened. It was a Saturday. This is not, it's obviously not 2012 t-shirt. I forgot to get one. Though when I remembered to get one, I went to a store and they were out of my size, so unfortunately, I'm gonna try and go back though, get one. But yeah, this is a 2010 shirt. Oops. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to go however I want. When I went, I didn't do two mazes. I didn't do La Llorona, only because I heard that it was really dumb, and plus the line was really long. And I did not Universal Monsters Remix, because God knows what I would have given that, what rating I would have gave that. You all know I would have hated it, because what Universal's Monster Remix is, it's in the House of Horrors area. If you don't know what the House of Horrors is, House of Horrors is it's basically a maze that is year-round at Universal. It features like old Universal monsters like Dracula, the Mummy, Frankenstein, you know, that sort of thing. Phantom of the Opera, that thing. They, with the addition, though, it had dubstep music added into it. It was all it was for Halloween Horror Nights. It was just the Universal monsters, the old ones, with dubstep, which is really stupid, so I didn't do it. So I can't really give it an official rating. I will rate it, though, just because. I'll rate it a 1.5 out of 10. So, yeah. Next, if I had to give La Llorona a rating, I would probably give it a 7.5 out of 10. Because it was there last year, and I heard it was pretty much the same thing. So 7.5. Okay, well, now we'll move on to the real ratings. Okay, we're gonna start with the Terror Tram. Okay, the Terror Tram this year was The Walking Dead, and it was really awesome. I fell in love with The Walking Dead after I came back from Universal. I was like totally like, oh, The Walking Dead's so awesome, and so the next day on that Sunday I started watching The Walking Dead, and now I'm all into that TV show because it's super awesome and the zombies are awesome. So, so basically what happened, there's spoilers in this one too, just like in my Knots one, there'll be spoilers here. So what it was you got on the tram, and they took you down to the Whoville part, and that's where you walked. One aspect I really liked was the fact that they had elements from, you know, the TV series incorporated in there, which was really cool. They had the RV that they always sit on top of to look out for walkers, which is what they call them. They had when you walked past the Bates Motel. After you walked past that, they had you go up a hill like they did last year and the year previous to that. They had you walk up that hill, and they had a really cool effect, is they had dummies standing still, kind of like this, like kind of standing like that, but in the dark. It was like pitch black, you couldn't see anything, but they had dummies like that, and they also had real guys in that same position, so you didn't know which one was real and which one was fake. I got scared a couple times in that area, which was awesome. This year, they had, I don't know if they did it last year because I didn't go last year because I missed it, but this year, from what I've seen that's new to me, was that the Bates Motel, no, not the Bates Motel, the Psycho House, where Norman Bates usually stands. He's out there still, only it's a photo place. You don't walk past it, you walk like around it, kind of like on the side of it. If you want a picture with Norman Bates, you walk in front of it and you go back out. Which was, I guess it was kind of lame, but I don't know. I didn't take my picture with Norman Bates, so whatever. overall, I give the Terror Tram a 9 out of 10. I give the Terror Tram a 9 out of 10 because it was that good. Okay, moving on to the actual maze called The Walking Dead. The theme of the Terror Tram was The Walking Dead. They also had a maze. So, in a sense, I guess there was no real icon this year. But if I had to guess, if I had to guess what the icon would have been this year, it probably would have been The Walking Dead, because that was the most it was the most promoted out of everything there. So Terror Tram was Walking Dead. Now we move on to The Walking Dead maze. The Walking Dead maze was exactly like, it incorporated seasons 1 and 2, obviously, because season 3 has not premiered. Incorporated season 1 and 2 inside one maze. And I really enjoyed that maze. It made me fall more in love with The Walking Dead, which was amazing. I did appreciate, I loved how they had like a forest area. They had like an area where when you first walked in, you saw the door that said "Don't open, dead inside," which was awesome. I wanted to so open it. It was just a really good maze. I can't really remember. I can't really remember what happened. I know at the end, this is a spoiler, at the end they had rooms in a hallway where you would go and zombies would be trying to get you from each wall. Like there's like windows in each wall, and zombies were reaching over trying to get you. So that was a really cool aspect. I love that. So Walking Dead maze, I would give it an 8 out of 10. Moving on to Alice Cooper Goes to Hell. Alice Cooper last year had a maze called Welcome to My Nightmare, and I didn't get to go in it, which was like, it was super like depressing to me that I didn't get to go last year. I'm really mad that I didn't. But this year, Alice Cooper Goes to Hell, it was so awesome. Like, it was amazing. The entrance was really cool with the fire in the front, and you going inside, it looked like a serpent, or it could have been Satan's head. And then when you walked in the hallway, it had pictures of Alice Cooper when you first walked in, which was awesome because Alice Cooper is the shit, king of shock rock. I really liked going through Limbo with the dead babies, because there's like demented babies like hanging on like freaking like things hanging off the ceiling. There's like babies swinging in the air. There's like demented babies in a crib. My favorite part in that maze, though, was the gates of hell, when you actually were going to enter through hell, passing purgatory, passing through limbo, where you got to the actual gates. There was this big, huge, like, snake thing, and you were supposed to be walking over, like, this dead, like, grass field thing, and there was water everywhere, and it was, like, orange, and it looked awesome with the 3D glasses on. And there was a girl with no eyes, like, caught in the snake thing. I was just like, oh god, and then here's a spoiler. That girl inside the snake thing with no eyes is a distraction. When you're looking there, a huge guy will come out on the other side of you from the gates of hell, and that's how you start off going into hell, and then you go through the rings. Greed, vanity, lust, wrath, which I thought were awesome. My favorite was Lust, because there were girls dancing in there and they were awesome. But I give Alice Cooper a 10 out of 10, only because Alice Cooper is awesome, and that maze was just by far the greatest maze there that year, or this year. The greatest maze there this year. Yes. So Alice Cooper, I give it a 10 out of 10. Moving on to, let's see, what else was there? We're trying to get the the upper lot first. I told you the remix and La Llorona, Terror Tram, Alice Cooper, Walking Dead. Okay, I guess that was it. Wait, Terror Tram? No. Monster Remix, La Llorona, Walking Dead, Alice Cooper. Oh, okay, yeah, I guess. Now we're going to go down to the lower lot. The lower lot had Silent Hill, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So we'll start with Silent Hill. Silent Hill, I have never seen the movie or played any of the games, but Josh went with me and he's played some games and he saw the movie and he said that there were stuff so he knew what was going on. Like there was like stuff incorporated from the video games and the movie in there. Silent Hill was a great maze. I liked it. It had the scares, and it also had very awesome looking detail. Like they were just super detailed. I thought the maze was really good. One thing that I liked about it was this part where you're in a classroom and there's a board. There's like a chalkboard. When a certain thing goes off, like I guess a light behind it like shines, the girl from Silent Hill is inside that chalkboard, which I thought was a really cool effect. They also had that in Dominion of the Dead at Knott's, and I just think that's a cool effect. But when that happened, like this guy named Pyramid Head just came out of nowhere on the side of you. So I give Silent Hill a 9.5 out of 10. The last maze is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Saw is the Law, which it's an awesome title. I give the Texas Chainsaw Massacre an 8.5 out of 10 because the scares in there were really spot on. It was very detailed, though it was small, but I understand why it was small because they had to work with a small area, which was the space next to the Jurassic Park queue line. Or it is the Jurassic Park queue line, I should say. Very detailed. It smelled in there like dead bodies, which was disgusting, but whatever, it adds to the it all adds to the effect. So I give it an 8.5 out of 10. Leatherface scared the shit out of me going through this one part where you're in the dining room and there's a girl there and she's strapped to the chair, and then there's like faces everywhere, like lamps made out of freaking faces and like body parts on the table that they're gonna eat, and like as soon as this light goes off, strobe light, Leatherface comes out of this door with a big ass chainsaw, like waving it over his head, like ah, like you know his famous chainsaw thing, and it scared the fuck out of me. Like I was just like, holy shit, I gotta get out of here. But yeah, I thought it was pretty awesome. So I give the Texas Chainsaw an 8.5 out of 10. Now we'll go to scare zones. I'll rate the scare zones. The first scare zone I'm going to rate is the very first one called Clowns, and I'm deathly afraid of clowns. I hate clowns so much. Walking through that, I was just ready to get the hell out of there and go to the terror tram, but it's a funny experience. When I was going through Clowns after I walked out of The Walking Dead. That sounded funny, but after I came out of The Walking Dead, I missed my dad's phone call, so I had to call him back. So I'm calling him back, and like I'm walking, and he answers, and then he goes, "Oh hey," and I say, "Hey, what's up?" And he's like, "Nothing. What are you doing?" And as soon as I'm gonna tell him what I'm doing, I look behind me to see if Josh is behind me, and there's this big, huge clown on stilts, and he's right in my face, and I just go, "Oh my god!" like right in the phone. And my dad starts "What happened?" And I was like, "Nothing. This freaking clown scared the crap out of me." And like I see Josh laughing, freaking bastard. But yeah, so that was my one of the scariest experiences I've had in Clowns, the area. So yeah, I'm gonna split this video into two parts because it's getting really long. So part 2, I'll do the rest of the scare zones. I rate Clowns a 10 out of 10 only because it scared the shit out of me, and it always will. Okay, so part 2 coming soon.